Hello dear students, in this video I am going to discuss about transport layer multiplexing and demultiplexing. We already know what is multiplexing and demultiplexing. Multiplexing is many into one and demultiplexing is the opposite of multiplexing, that is one into many, right? Okay. At the destination host, the transport layer receives segments from the network layer just below, right? So transport layer, see here, transport layer receives segment from the network layer just below this transport layer, right? The transport layer has the responsibility of delivering the data in these segments to the appropriate application process running in the host. Let's consider an example. Suppose you are sitting in front of your computer and you are downloading web pages while running one FTP session and two telnet sessions. Okay, you are therefore have four network application process running. That is two telnet process, one FTP process, and one HTTP process. Total four. When the transport layer in your computer receives data from the network layer below, it needs to direct the received data to one of these four processes, right? The transport layer in the receiving host does not actually deliver data directly to the process, but instead to an intermediate socket. Now let's consider how a receiving host directs an incoming transport layer segment to the appropriate socket. Each transport layer segment has a set of fields in the segment for this purpose. At the receiving end, the transport layer examines these fields to identify the receiving socket and then direct the segment to that particular socket. This job of delivering the data in a transport layer segment to the correct socket is called the demultiplexing. Okay, delivering the data in a transport layer segment to the correct socket is called the demultiplexing. The job of gathering data chunks at the source host, the job of gathering data chunks at the source host from different sockets, encapsulating each data chunk with header information that will later be used in demultiplexing to create segments, and passing the segments to the network layer is called multiplexing. The transport layer in the middle host, uh, this is the middle host, okay, in the figure, must demultiplex segments arriving from the network layer below to either process P1 or P2 above. Okay, P1, P2. This is done by directing the arriving segments data to the corresponding process socket. Next, the transport layer in the middle host must also gather outgoing data from these sockets from transport layer segments and passes these segments down to the network layer. Transport layer multiplexing requires that sockets have unique identifier and that each segment have special field that indicates the socket to which the segment is to be delivered. These special fields illustrated in figure, these are source port number field, source port number, destination port number field. Each port number is a 16-bit number ranging from 0 to 65,535. The port number ranging from 0 to 1023 are called well-known port numbers and are restricted, which means that they are reserved for use by well-known application protocols such as HTTP, which uses port number 80, and FTP, which uses port number 21. When we develop a new application, we must assign the application a port number. Thank you.